ACCUSTATS Video Productions presents from the Executive West Hotel in Louisville, Kentucky, the 5th Annual Derby City Classic. Along with Shawn Putnam, I'm Bill Incardona. The feature matchup this early morning, or this early afternoon, I should say, is between two veteran players, one in particular, Keith McCready. He lives somewhere. He used to live in California. I don't know where he's residing now, but you can bet that he'll be firing for his pocket, wherever it is. He's an offensive player and a very, very good one, I might add. Jimmy Wetch from a little town near Minneapolis, Minnesota, Columbia
Heights.
That's Columbia Heights, Minnesota. Jimmy Wetch took off a couple years from the tour, a little disgruntled with the way things were going, but I talked with him at the U.S. Open not too long ago, and I persuaded him to start playing again regularly on the tour. And he said, yeah, you're right, because there's no reason why he shouldn't play the game he loves to play. You know, so that's why we see him here. And he's playing quite well, too, I might add, Shawn.
Yes, he is.
Now, in my opinion, I think Jimmy Wetch should be a... Well, what's the race to here?
Race to 7.
It's a race to 7. He should be a solid game favorite in this race to 7. More like a game and a half favorite here.
It might be a don't 6.
Yeah.
Free shot.
Keith McCready's getting up there in age, and he's an old. I think Keith's around 39 years old or something like that.
Don't know exactly.
Yeah, well, he's an old 39. He's got a lot of miles on those shoes. But nevertheless, he can be very, very effective, as the man to my right very well knows, Mr. Putnam. Is that correct?
Yeah, he's beaten me up a few times.
So we can look forward to a very close and interesting match, I do believe. Jimmy Wetch, a much more controlled player, plays patterns much better than McCready, and that's his style. Really, it's a contrast in styles we have out there this early afternoon here.
It's a good break. He parked his cue ball in the middle of the table.
Special guest Jerry Butler is sitting over here. He's producing the Trump Marina tournament, co-producing the...
I look for him to try to cut the one into the upper right-hand corner. The 3 ball will be the next ball position very closely to that bottom left-hand corner. Now, there's not much room for position, considering the position of the green ball, the 6 ball, in front of the red 3 ball. So therefore, even if he's able to put down the 1, he's going to be hard-pressed coming up with a shot for the 3.
If I'm shooting this, I'm cutting the 1 in the hole and trying to actually bump into the 4 ball hanging in the corner down here. Then I know I have a shot on the 3 ball.
The way I play this shot, I play it cutting the 1 in, spinning 2 cushions down here around where the pink is. Now, if I hit the pink, I know I'm going to have a shot on the 3 ball.
Wish I'd have thought of that.
Well, you know, that seems to be about the best way.
Well, he hit it good.
And he's repositioned the cue ball ideally down table for the red 3 ball. The pink 4 ball was in front of the lower right-hand corner. The 5 ball near the foot spot. So therefore, he would like to attain an angle that would be close to that long rail for the 4 ball. Then he'll go through in between the 5 and the 6 for position for the orange ball, 5 ball. In the same pocket, he pockets the 4 in. Oh, he can't see enough of the 3 to hit it. From my vantage point, or I should say from our vantage point, you know, it looks like that he can pocket it, but evidently
but on
he can't.
the telestrator now, it looks like it does look like he can't make it.
But it's awfully close because he's trying to decide whether or not he can or he can't. But he's such a great player, you know.
He can throw this in with English, but he may get himself hooked behind the 6. I don't think he can drag it far enough and throw at the same time. He just wants to get to the middle of the table here.
Oh, wow. That's something he didn't want to do. He didn't want to give McCready ball in hand. McCready should then play, this is the proper way of playing it, dragging it beneath the green ball to the long cushion where he's standing over, attaining a nice angle to go between the 6 and the 5, playing position for the 5 in the same pocket. And the key to this particular rack, whatever's left of it, is the 8, playing position from the 7 to the 8. I don't know if the 8 will go into that side pocket. The side pockets are pretty small, Shawn.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to have no trouble making that 8 in the side from here.
Oh, I forgot. You got those young guys. You can see that. Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, he's a good 1.5, 2 inches off the rail with the 8.
McCready doesn't take much time. He just takes care of business. And, very, very little indecision out there when McCready's at the table. And if he happens to get a couple games in the lead, gets a little boisterous as well. So,
yeah, he has fun with the crowd.
The crowd's anticipating a little bit of that as well.
He must have been straight on that to stop it dead like that.
Game number 1 goes to McCready after Wetch blunders on the kick on the red ball, the 3 ball. McCready goes to the table, runs out. Very nicely done. 1-0 in this short race to 7. It's 11:15 in the morning here. McCready's not really recognized as a morning player.
No.
But I heard he was up all night, so I guess he should be on his game.
Thing is, he was playing on a bar table up all night. Which, as a lot of players know, it's hard to go back from a bar table to a 9-foot table.
I think they had record crowds, record attendance here, and not only record attendance, they also had record entries here at the Derby City Classic. The bank pool division captured 340 of them. The one pocket 298, I believe, in the 9 ball 280 some players entered the 9 ball. So therefore, that's a lot of entries.
It sure is, Billy.
You know, and particularly when the economy is so bad, I mean, you wouldn't think that many people would come out.
I think it's because Louisville, Kentucky is centralized in the middle of the country, and it's pretty much driving distance for almost everybody.
That's exactly right, and that's a very good point you brought up there, Shawn. All right, McCready at the table, shooting opposite hand. A 4 and a 5 on the left side of the table. 5 is the ball nearest to the pocket, so therefore the 4 and a 5 now becomes a very easy combination. And the way the balls are positioned here, Shawn, it looks like he's going to capture the first 2 games of this match. But he's going to have to be careful here.
Yeah, he has to worry about the 8 ball. He can possibly get hooked by the 8 if he doesn't get all the way back across. He's going to hit this hard enough to get 1 rail and back across right where the 4 is at.
And if he hits it roughly, the 4 ball may go behind the 8. So therefore, this isn't over yet.
Yeah, he's got to cut the 4. Yeah, he hit it okay, I think. Yep,
okay,
he's fine.
He was able to control the pink 4 ball. Now he's back at the table with a relatively easy pattern. 6 in the side, 8 in the corner, 9 in the lower right-hand corner, and with a couple of strokes of the stick, McCready will then be in the lead by 2 games, 2-0. As you can see, this is the type of a layout that I like to have.
Just drag down for the 9 ball, Billy?
That's all you need to do. There's no reason to go rails here. All you got to do is just drag it down, just like Shawn said. And play about a 1.5 feet to the right of that left-hand side pocket.
He's going to go high Q, looks like.
I don't know about this. Worked out well, but I thought that was a little unnecessary.
Creed comes with some good trick shots for position, doesn't he?
But nevertheless, he's gotten the job done. 2-0 McCready, race to 7. They're using the Diamond Smart Table with the Simona Surface, Pro Aramith balls, and the Sardo Tight Rack. Each and every time you push the balls up, every ball is frozen.
It's nice this tournament we have the Pro Aramith balls, but they replaced the Pro Aramith balls cue ball with a red circle.
Yeah, I don't understand the merit behind that. Why would they replace the cue ball with a red circle?
I think a lot of people were complaining about that Super Pro Aramith cue ball that they have is, I know I've been having problems with it. It's a great cue ball, nothing wrong with it, but I think it's a different weight than the object balls.
Well, I wouldn't think it would be, but maybe it is, but I wouldn't think it would be. Pocketing a ball on the break and coming up with a very nice shot on the yellow 1 ball in the upper left-hand corner. 2 ball position near the lower left-hand corner. 3 ball adjacent to the center of the table somewhat near the right-hand side. 4 ball, the pink ball, resting on the cushion to the right of the red ball. 5 in front of the upper left-hand corner. And, well, he didn't get back far enough, Shawn, so therefore he's going to have to do a little traveling, extra traveling.
Yeah, I just hit the center ball, hair low center ball, and just go up table and come straight back down.
Okay, well, that's exactly what he's done. He's got himself a perfect angle to not only pocket the 4, but drift across table for the orange 5. Very nicely struck. He would like to get off that cushion about an inch or so he'll play a position for... Well, he should play a position for the lower right-hand corner. Well, he's going for the side. Well, he didn't draw back far enough. Now he's got a little bit of a problem ending on the 50-yard line.
Just cut this in the corner and go straight across.
This is missable, though. The 8 ball position on that long cushion.
This is what I don't like. You have to draw back to pinpoint position to get a good angle on a 9.
No problem for McCready. He's got that he's got that particular type of a stroke, and he's familiarized himself with that type of a stroke, and he's done well with it. This is game number 3. It goes to McCready as the first 2 have. Now he leads 3 games to nothing. Wetch has done nothing but rack the balls here. That's it.
Yeah, the only mistake Wetch really made was thinking the cue ball was going to slide long on that kick on the 3 ball. And when it touched the rail, it tightened up on him.
So like I mentioned to you earlier before the match began, you played McCready, and you said he paddled you or he spanked you or whatever it was.
Yeah,
I said McCready has all the tools. There's no question about that. He's a very aggressive player, and if the balls roll right for him, he never, no one has to beat McCready.
Nobody.
No one. 4 ball in the corner pocket. Got a little bit of a kiss. And look at here, another nice shot on the other 1 ball. 2 ball position to the lower left-hand corner. 4 ball, the pink ball, to adjacent to the yellow ball. 5 ball on the right cushion near the green ball, the 6 ball. I do believe there's enough room to pass the 6 into the lower corner pocket. This is another fairly easy run out for him. I look for him to extend his lead to 4-0. He would have liked to got a little straighter on the blue ball, and now he's going to have to accept a longer shot on the pink.
I'd like to see an angle on that 5 ball. See it, get a zoom in angle and see if that 5 goes past that 6.
That was an excellent shot, Shawn. Repositioning the cue ball a little flat, so it looks like he's going to have to go forward. Julian, if you can swing that camera over.
He may have to try to slide it off the rail and hit it soft. If these pockets are tight enough, that's not going to go.
Julian, can you swing that camera over and give us a long rail view of that 5? That's the view we want. Good shot there. He does have most of the pocket here. A portion of the pocket is blocked off, so therefore the speed of this shot becomes very crucial. He has to hit it with the correct speed.
And he has the wrong angle to slow roll it.
Yes, to enlarge the pocket, he has to hit it with the correct speed. And like Shawn said, he would have liked to have been on the professional side of the orange ball, the other side. That way, this ball is a little easier to pocket.
He had room.
He hit it clean.
No problem.
Number 9 in the main room, Mike Davis, Steve Engelbach. Steve Engelbach with On the Wire magazine from the West Side, California.
This is game number 4.
Number 4.
McCready leads 3-0, and barring any unforeseen things happening here, he's going to extend his lead to 4-0. Wetch can do nothing. He's in his chair, sitting there defensively. Excuse me, defensively, with nothing to say or nothing he can do about it. He's got the handcuffs on him right now.
Surprised he hasn't gotten vocal with the crowd yet. Up 4-0.
And it's been an impressive 4-0 too. He has not yet missed the ball. He hasn't made an error in safeties or a position error. And he's pocketed balls on the break, coming up with a shot each and every time he's broken the balls. He's playing a perfect match, and I was just informed by the boss that, you know who that is, don't you? That's Julian, that he is shooting 1,000.
He might run the set out, Billy.
Nothing on the break that time. Oh, all of a sudden the blue ball in the corner, yellow ball in the corner. Where's the 3? Where do you think it is? Right in front of the side pocket, but the orange 5 ball is positioned in front of the side. Now this shot here, he has to control the red 3.
Just tap it in and play the 3 down the corner.
The 3-5 combination should present no problem at all. He has to control the 3. The 4 ball is positioned adjacent to the 3 on the other rail behind the brown 7 ball. He'll go up table and then come down table toward the pink 4. Now he's drawing straight across. Now he's going to bump into the to the 7 here, but he doesn't want to move it much. The 6 ball is positioned in front of the corner pocket. Now he would fare better if he played position for the 7 in the corner pocket, even though it's closely positioned to the side. Natural position is for the corner pocket, and he's too smart of a player not to play position for the corner. He's going to brush the 8 here.
And bump it to the side.
Nicely executed shot. This is game number 5. McCready has yet to miss a ball, play himself out of position, or do anything that would cost him anything in the TPA. That's a total performance average. He's shooting 1,000. You can't play any better than McCready's playing right now.
You know if there's still a bonus for shooting 1,000 on ACCUSTATS?
Well, that's not something you're going to have to ask Pat. I mean, I don't know. You know, but, I doubt it. I doubt it. Well, Wetch once again is positioning the Sardo rack on the appropriate dots that they have lined up on the table. He's now racking up the balls.
Again?
It gets kind of frustrating
Yeah.
for the person racking the balls to see your opponent consistently making balls on the break and running out.
You feel helpless.
Well,
There's
you
nothing
are.
you can do.
You're defenseless in the chair. You cannot do anything about it.
And with the starter, you can't even stop the corner ball from going.
Corner ball once again. Now let's take a look at the yellow. That's what figured to happen. He figured to get a kiss like he did.
Perfect.
This is like Jimmy Wetch is saying to himself, what's happening here? You know, let's take a look at the layout, Shawn. The 2 ball position near the end cushion, the one near the upper left-hand corner. This may be a problem obtaining a shot on the 2. He's got to be careful here he doesn't run into any balls.
So he's going to come straight down table.
He threaded the needle.
Sure did.
Excellent
Oh,
shot.
yeah, good.
Excellent shot.
And he gave himself an angle.
But not much of an angle. So therefore, there he has a little work in front of him getting from the 2 to the 3. So therefore, the key here in this rack is not only where the 8 is, positioned very, curiously.
Go
in
high
front.
right and hopefully get a shot in the side.
See, therefore, he had to do a little work there to come up with a shot on the 3. That was a very nicely executed
Just
shot.
roll forward.
Julian, let's take a look at the 8 ball in relation to that side pocket, because that's where the problems are, if there are any problems out there. We drop down on that 8 ball and take a look at it, see what he has in store for him. I don't know. From this angle, I can't tell whether or not. Well, he can play the 5 off of the 8 here. See, now the 8 ball does not go into the side pocket. That's a great shot right there. He played position to play the 5 off of the 8, a very intelligent shot. And he hit it too full. Not pocketing the 5. Wetch finally comes to the table and he says to himself, is this what I've been waiting for?
He's tree-topped over the 7. He has to jack up over the 7, which isn't a fun shot to come in after being down 5-0.
But in his aid is the 8 ball position close to that corner pocket. Therefore, it could act as sideboards.
An insurance policy.
Yeah. If he hits the 5 ball roughly, it should go off of the 8.
He still has to play shape on the 7.
Well, if he's able to pocket the 5, I would try to overcut it slightly and put a good draw stroke on it. He should then go 2 cushions cross table for position for the brown 7 ball. So therefore, I would rather be the shooter here. Because if he misses the 5, there's no guarantee McCready's going to step to the table with a shot.
Yes.
Race to 7, single elimination. Each player gets 1.
I would much rather be the shooter. That's a great angle we have here to watch this shot go down that rail.
All the winners from each given round, single elimination.
Oh my, he missed it, and like I said, there's no guarantee, even if he misses it, that McCready will come to the table with a shot. I don't know if he can see this. It's awfully close, and this is a great angle to take a look at it. Even with this angle, it's hard to tell whether or not he can see it or not. From this angle, I don't believe he can see it unless he twirls it around.
I think he's going to shoot a 1 pocket shot here. He's going to 2-rail it and slide it across the back rail in the corner and bring the cue ball up table. Or he can hit it full off 1 rail and stick the cue ball behind the 8.
If he gets a double kiss here, he could scratch. Oh, he's going to roll it.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't. Oh my, what a great shot.
What a shot.
Well, he can see the edge of the
Yeah.
ball, and that's what he needs to see, to pocket the 5.
He can make this, but the cue ball is going into the 8 when it comes off. So he has to factor that in. And looks like the cue ball is going to get killed off the 8 if he does make it.
All right. 12 o'clock noon.
Well, it looks like it doesn't necessarily have to go into the 8. Well, let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at the possibilities here, okay? If he shoots it, cuts it in, and if it goes to this side of the 8, the cue ball may go to here and over here. You know, he may have enough of a twirl in him for it to go this way. I don't know. From this vantage point, it's hard to tell. Now he's going with the other English. The other English is going to put him in create a problem for him here. I don't like going with right English here. Oh, he went around the 8. He was able to do that. I didn't think he could do that.
Well, the angle would have been different if he'd have made it also.
He didn't suffer much of a consequence in missing the ball, leaving McCready a very difficult shot on the orange, something that he may not even play or attempt to play.
Think Keith will swing at his hole here?
I don't know. This is the type of a shot that demands some respect and some thinking out here. I don't know what I would do with this shot right now. I'd have to be at the table and just, well, look, I'll tell you what.
Wow.
He's really playing well. I'm talking about very well. Notice the position of the cue ball sandwiched in between the 8 and the 9, and also the position of the object ball, the orange 5, at the other end of the table, and the 9 ball separates the cue ball from the orange ball. He's made a great shot.
The speed on the 5 was good.
Great. And every aspect of the shot was executed perfectly. So McCready has certainly brought his A game to the table today.
Yes, he has.
No question about that. And as you well know, if he brings his A game to the table, no one in the world has to beat this man. No one.
He does have a top gear.
On the 9 ball. At this point in time, we don't know where it's at, so bear with us. We'll keep you abreast of that as we make our progress through the day. It's looking like tomorrow. We'd like to sneak it in sometime. We got maybe.
That's an excellent shot.
Oh,
what a great shot.
Look out.
If he scratches here, it'll be such an injustice, but he didn't. Great shot. One great shot followed by another one. Now McCready's confronted with a very difficult situation, Shawn, and he's going to have to, I do believe. Well, not necessarily. He can hit the right-hand side of the orange ball and swing 2 cushions down table, hopefully behind the 9.
At 5-0, he's going to shoot at the hole. He's going to bank this in the hole.
Very difficult shot to execute.
No, he's not.
Okay.
And he sold out.
Wetch finally comes to the table and says, finally, something I like, something I know something about, rather than kicking and just sitting and waiting. Wetch comes to the table. He does trail 5-0, but has the luxury of putting ball in hand. With only 4 balls left on the table, Shawn, this shouldn't present any problem at all for him.
Again, he can't let his emotions get in the way of being down 5-0. He's got to get up and run the rack out, his normal patterns. Because I know you're anxious when you're down 5-0 to get to the table and shoot.
He repositioned the cue ball in a rather curious position on the table, a little flat on this on the brown 7. He would have liked to have gotten a better angle. Now he's going to have to go 2 cushions.
No problem.
But notice the speed of the cue ball, a very nicely executed shot. Speed of the cue ball far enough away from any cushions, so therefore the cushion is not going to create a problem.
He may be perfectly straight in.
Excellent shot.
Nice shot.
From the distance he was from that 8, he drew it back to a really an ideal position for the 9 at the other end. It's not that easy of a shot to execute, especially when you execute it the way he just did. Just about a perfect execution on the 8 in terms of drawing it back in perfect line. Nicely shot. Nice pocket speed, enlarging the pocket. That was game number 6. Wetch finally gets on the board, trailing in the match by 5 games to 1. Now let's see how productive Wetch is on the break.
Now we'll see if Wetch learns anything from McCready breaking. A lot of times these players, if they see somebody breaking from a spot where the corner ball's going, they'll move to that same spot and try to duplicate their opponent's break.
Yeah, that's
try to get
exactly
the same result.
That's exactly right. Watch your opponent and see what kind of results he's getting, doing some of the things you're going to be doing.
Yeah, being stubborn and staying with just one break, it's not going to win you a lot of matches.
And I'm sure Wetch is the type of a player, an intelligent player that's going to take advantage of that too. He positioned the cue ball somewhere in the area, I believe, where McCready was breaking from, saying to himself, well, he was productive off the break, breaking from around this area. I'm going to go to the same area because I'm entitled to the same productivity as him. So let's take a look and see what the results are here with this break. Corner ball, very nicely broken. 1 ball in the side. Let's see what happens to the blue 2 ball. Is he going to come up with a shot? No, it doesn't look like. Well, I don't know. No, I don't think he's come up with a shot. That's what you need to have happen to you at the string racks. You have to pocket balls on the break, control the cue ball, and come up with a shot. McCready was doing that with regularity. That's why he was able to amass that 5-0 lead. Wetch goes to the table, breaks him very well, knows the position of the cue ball, but hasn't come up with a shot.
He made the 1 ball. If he wouldn't have made the 1 ball in the break, he may have had a better shot.
But when
knowing the corner ball goes.
But when you position the cue ball in the center of the table, the likeliness of coming up with a shot is more likely from that position than any other position. So therefore, he was really, if you will, entitled to come up with a shot.
Yeah, that's just a bad roll he got there. Getting hooked behind that ball. But then again, 9 balls full of bad rolls sometimes.
But that was an excellent shot, Shawn. There was only 1 ball he could put the cue ball behind, the orange ball, and he executed it perfectly. McCready steps to the table, not able to hit the blue directly, so he's going to have to go a couple cushions maybe behind it. That's a good shot, heading to the second cushion. Now Wetch once again will probably have to play some sort of a safety. I look for him to do about the same thing with the cue ball. Hit the 2 in this direction, reposition the cue ball somewhere around this area here. That shot seems to lay pretty easy to execute.
See, I cut bank 2 down here and get the 3 cue ball back up in here.
Now, if he can freeze that cue ball to that 5, then he'll have done a real good job, but he wasn't able to do that.
Even though it's a good safety, he still has an easy 1-rail kick to get out of the trap. If he'd have left him a lot of distance, there was an easier chance of Keith not hitting it. Ooh, he almost made that ball.
Okay, now Wetch steps to the table with a fairly good shot on the blue 2 ball. The problem with this shot may be controlling the cue ball. If you notice the cue ball positioned about an inch off that side rail, the long rail, I don't think he'll have much of a problem pocketing the 2, but it looks like the speed of the shot, he's going to have to be real careful. The cue ball is going to come very close to the red 3 ball.
He'll really slow roll this. Or come around 2 rails, the other side of the 3. And you slow roll it.
Okay, that was a pretty good shot. He's ended up with a reasonably good shot on the red 3 ball. The 4 ball is positioned near the center of the table, to the left of the foot spot and high. So therefore, it's positioned ideally, but the 7 ball blocks the right-hand side. The green 6 blocks the left-hand side. All corners are open for the pink 4, though.
I feel he's on the wrong side of the 3, though. He's not on the, like you said, the pro side.
Well, that wasn't by choice. He was forced to shoot it in that fashion, and so therefore he had to take what the table gave him. Okay, he's going forward. Once again, he's going to come very close to the 4 ball, the next ball, that is.
Oh, a touchy shot that was.
Well, he's really a good pattern player, and he understands what he needs to do, and he usually does it, because he's really a good, strong player. Bordering the line of the upper echelon players, I might add. He's just right there.
Did he hit it hard enough?
Well, he hit it hard enough, but not as hard as he wanted to. Naturally, he's going to have to stretch. If he was ambidextrous and had a good feel with his left hand, he'll turn around and shoot it with left-handed. He may be able to stretch and reach it. He's pretty tall.
Yeah, he's going to hit this hard and I think can go up table and back down. Unless he can, yeah.
Okay, he played for the side, I believe, but he's going to have to accept the corner. He's close enough to the green 6 ball to hit this accurately, and the side pocket shouldn't come into play here.
No,
if he hits it softly. Right, if he hit it softly, the cue ball will then go forward. If you hit it hard, it'll deflect off and go right into the side. But with the speed he's going to hit this with, the side pocket will not come into play. He hit the point. He hit it a little roughly, wiping his feet, but fell in. This is game number 7. Wetch trails in the match 1 game to 5.
McCready thought he missed that ball by his reaction.
Even though Wetch didn't win this game from the break, he won it in another way. So therefore, he still will go back to the table to open up the balls in game number 8, and hopefully this time he'll pocket a ball on the break and come up with a shot so he can string some racks, because he certainly has the skills to do that. That was game number 7. Now Wetch trails by only 3 games in this race to 7, 5 games to 2, but will be at the table opening up the balls in game number 8. And considering how productive both of these players have been on the break, the break is really a big weapon to have.
In a short race, it's unbelievable. If you have a bad break in a short race, you don't come up a winner too often.
He'll position the cue ball like he did the first time he broke the balls, and as McCready did each and every time he's broken them, right around that position in Wetch positioned the cue ball in. But most importantly for Wetch, he must control the cue ball off the break, something that he does very well. He prides himself in his ability to control the cue ball off the break. McCready shooting a 941. I mean, that's really playing well. And Wetch a 789. Drawing it straight back, pocketing. Watch out. Looks like he's come up with a shot on the 1, rather flat, the 2-ball position beneath and slightly to the right of the foot spot. The 1 to the 2 is the key to this rack, Shawn.
Yes, it is, Billy.
Looks like he has enough of an angle to elevate. But if I were he, I wouldn't play position for the lower right-hand corner with the 2-ball. I try to play, here's what I would try to do if I were him. I would try to pocket the 1, coming across table over here for position for the 2 in this pocket. Because if he plays position for the 2 in this pocket, he figures to end up around right here. Knows the 3. May have a problem attaining a shot on the 3. So therefore, I would try to play position on this side of the table for the 2 in here, going this way for the 3. Okay, now he's played position for the other pocket. Now I think this may be a problem here, considering the position of the 3. I thought if he had the ability to swing the cue ball around a little bit further on the other side of the table, that was the correct shot, but maybe I'm wrong. Let's see what
he's just going to drag 2 rails in between the 4 and the 8, coming back out to shoot the 3 in the corner.
If he's confident he can do that, well, then he elected to do the right thing, because the 2-ball is a much easier shot playing it in this pocket than it would have been playing it in the other pocket. He wasn't,
just like you said, Billy.
Well, you know, he had a lot of traffic over there,
Yeah.
you know, so therefore, was it a fair trade-off? Well, that remains to be seen, you know. The next time the situation develops, if it ever does, maybe he'll change his mind and do something differently. But that time, he wasn't able to execute the shot on the 2 to the 3.
The shape he played on the 2 may have been the wrong side to play on, but it was easier to play shape that way.
It was easier to play shape that way, and possibly he felt that he could thread the needle like you suggested he may, but he didn't.
He already had that 2 rail shape planned out on the 2-ball before he even pulled the trigger on the 1-ball. But he just came up short a little bit.
Now, I do. Can he hit the 3-ball? From this angle, I don't believe he can. No, he can't. He can't even hit the 3-ball, so he really got penalized there.
You hit this hard, Billy?
Yeah, you have to hit it hard because it's in the middle of the table, and by hitting it easy, there's no future for you. You have to hit it with some speed. I don't believe hitting it. Well, he hit it.
What a nice
Well,
kick.
you hit it with less speed if you can hit it that accurately.
Yeah.
But that was really a fortuitous roll, hitting the 3-ball as thinly as he did.
He got away with that
And
one.
walking away from the table, I would say, in pretty good shape. Notice there's a lot of possible potential interfering balls here, you know, and he could have been possibly banked the 3-ball in this area over here, sending the cue ball even around here. A lot of interfering balls here to aid him in this safety he's about to play. I do believe he may be playing a safety, unless the 5-ball is in the way of this. Maybe he has to go with that way, send the cue ball over here somewhere. Maybe he can't reposition the 3-ball in the area that he would like to because of the position of the orange 5-ball. That could deter him somewhat from shooting that shot.
He's on the 50-yard line as far as control on both balls.
So therefore, if he tries to bank the 3 cross, he has to make sure he misses the orange ball.
Oh, did he hit that good?
Well, I'll tell you what, that shot that he just shot was so difficult to execute. You know, if you...
Yeah, sometimes the difficulty of the shot just lets you go ahead and try to cut it in.
I mean, inside English repositioning the cue ball behind the orange ball, exactly what he had planned, exactly what he had in mind, but so difficult of a shot to execute. He did it perfectly. You had to applaud him there, Shawn. That was a great shot.
Those are the shots you shoot when you're in action all the time and you're in dead stroke. Keith's got to be playing great.
Wetch looks like he's going 3 cushions here. If he goes 3 cushions, the 3-ball will then go up table, cue ball will stay down table.
8-ball's tight. He hit it good.
Well, he hit it actually on the wrong side, and that's going to cost him. McCready steps to the table, leading in this match 5-2, and it looks like he's going to extend it. He shouldn't even hit a cushion here. Oh, he hit the side rail, which is okay. Pink ball in the lower left-hand corner. 5-ball will be played in the lower right-hand corner. The balls are positioned quite nicely for McCready. Shouldn't have any problems here, Shawn. And the way he's been playing, he's not going to have any problems.
I noticed a few other players have that sidearm stroke that McCready has. stems from growing up as a child not being able to reach a table.
Yeah, that's
And you have
one of the
to
reasons you would develop a
lift
stroke
your
like that.
chicken wing up.
Game number 8 goes to McCready. He now finds himself on the hill, leading 6 games to 2. A lot of work in front of Wetch if he ever does get back to the table. But there's no guarantee he will, especially when you consider how productive McCready's been off the break and how consistently he's been coming up with a shot.
Yeah.
We're underway, okay.
Yeah, this is definitely one of McCready's better matches, no question about it. Shooting in the high 900s. If you shoot 940, 950, if you get beat shooting 940 or 950, that means you've only made a couple appearances at the table. But if you've been at the table as often as McCready, you shoot a 940, 950, no way you're going to get beat. No way.
Again, he has easy position from the 1 to the 2. I see no problems here at all.
No, he should play position for the 4-8 combination. Even though the 2 balls are play positioned adjacent to the pink ball, and it sort of like suggests that you can play position for the 4 in the other pocket. That's not what to do. Play position for the combination here. Like he's done. Now going from the 4, the pink to the orange 5 is going to be much of an easier task. He can go one of a couple ways there. He can go straight this way, or he can go even this way. So therefore, that depends on what he likes best. Watch out, he hit it a little hard, but he hit it a little hard. That's something that you have to defend against. You cannot hit that shot too hard, because the pro side of that shot is all around here. The unprofessional side is right here and right here. So therefore, 1, 2, 3, anywhere here is fine.
He's swinging at this. No, he's not.
Well, he's playing a nice common sense safety, and something that he's been doing in this match. He's been playing excellent safeties. Wetch has come to the table several times without a shot, having to kick. Very frustrating experience for Wetch, I might add, even though, he hasn't played his best game, but he hasn't played poorly by any means.
No.
It's just that McCready has played just beautifully. I mean, beautifully, with the exception of that last position shot.
Looks like this will do it here for Jimmy. What do you do here? You drag it to the rail and come back out?
Well, what McCready probably will do, he'll probably draw it over here, down here, and over here. Watch. Oh, no, he drew it around. Watch out. Watch out. Okay, he was able to stop in time. This is match ball. The 9 ball is match ball to the corner pocket. And we're going to have an interview here, because I'm going to be very curious to find out exactly how he feels and what exactly he's going to say about his performance. I tell you what, I mean, you couldn't have played any better than he did. He only made maybe 1 or 2 mistakes, And other than that, he played a flawless match. I really liked the way he played that match. Played a lot of real good safeties. His execution was just as flawless. He really played well. I don't believe Wetch has lost in the 9 ball prior to this, or we don't have that information on hand. The format of this tournament is that you have the option to buy back in if you choose to do so. Sometimes players lose and they don't even exercise that option. They choose not to. Okay, McCready shooting a 939. And when you win a match shooting a 939, you're really, really playing well. If someone can get McCready to come up here, Dean, he's walking right by you. Well, I guess everyone let him go. Okay, someone I think Julian just got a hold of him. Okay, McCready's on his way up to the booth, and when he gets here, we'll get back. We'll be back with you. We're going to take a little short break and wait for McCready. Okay, Keith finally made his way to the booth. Keith, first, congratulations in your win here against one of the premier players, 9-ball players in the world today, Jimmy Wetch, I might add, okay? And secondly, boy, you really played some great 9-ball out there.
I surprised myself.
I don't think so.
Well, I felt that, I was up all night playing gambling, and then having to come in and I only had 2 hours sleep. I did amaze myself a little bit.
Well, you know as well as anyone.
I should maybe practice it
That
more.
with only 2 hours sleep, you may be at your best.
I know. I'm so unpredictable.
But anyways, you played brilliantly out there, not only in your patterns and running out, but also in your ability to know when and when not to play safe and to execute those shots to near perfection. I really like the way you played.
That one shot that I did execute on the end there when I had him 5-2, and I had 3 or 4 elective shots. That I could have tried.
Which shot are you talking about? The 5 ball?
The last one.
Well, maybe we can go to that shot, and when we see it on the screen here, then you can tell us what you were thinking about. Pat, let's go to that shot where he repositioned the cue ball behind the orange 5 ball. Very difficult shot to execute. Here it is. Here, what were you thinking about right here?
Well, I'm looking at the shot here. I'm trying to see, look at my alternatives, trying to get the cue ball underneath the ball. I'm trying to play a safety no matter what I do with this shot. So when I figured the only thing that I could possibly do was try to knock this cue ball or knock that object ball over here. We see where the 9's at.
Where the pink 4 and the 9 are.
And just try to play the ball speed to the rail, to the side rail over here. And if I can get behind that object, the other object ball,
right.
I got a good shot, and actually I executed it.
Well, let's see what he had in mind. He had in mind banking the red ball cross table toward the pink and the yellow, repositioning the cue ball with inside English behind the orange 5 ball. Let's see how well it worked out for him. Well, watch the cue ball and watch the object ball. Well, successfully backing the object ball cross table, and again successfully repositioning the cue ball behind the orange 5.
What did you hit that with?
That was a great shot.
I hit it with a slow drag right, and I had to get through the ball. I mean, it was, the shot wasn't much. There wasn't much there. I mean, but that was the only thing that I actually seen that I could possibly do to
You're exactly
put myself
right.
in position to win the game.
There wasn't much there, but what was there, you noticed.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you took advantage of.
I try to see most of all the shots. Sometimes I don't see them all and don't execute them quite as well.
Now, let me ask you this question. The format of the tournament is you have an option to buy back in. Have you lost in this tournament?
No, not
You're
yet.
still without a loss. Huh?
Yeah, it's a rarity.
Well, no, not necessarily, because I've known you for a lot of years, and you have gone very far in tournaments before losing. And you've won a lot of matches,
the last month or two when I've been playing in these other tournaments, I've been doing a little bit better than what that I have in the past. And I don't feel bad about my game, but it's just
that was one of the questions I wanted to ask him, Shawn. And how do you feel about your game right now?
Well, I don't feel like that I'm 100%, but I don't feel like that I'm totally can beat myself. But if I know that I'm playing better than what I'm playing. But it's just been a little. It's not that easy out here when the side ball's flying on the break, and sometimes people can come up here and weaker players can get up there and beat you, and there ain't nothing too much you can say about it.
No, and you're defenseless in the chair. When the corner ball starts going in with regularity, nothing you can say or do while you're in that chair.
Exactly.
The only thing you can do is when you get an opportunity at the table, make good with it.
Well, the man I was playing, is a respected player, and as far as like trying to, try to beat him to the shots and this and that. I mean, when you have two good players you got so many good players here, anyways. But when you have, he showed me a couple weaknesses early in the game, and I tried to take control of that after that.
Okay, well, anyways, once again, congratulations on your win here. Shawn, if you have anything to add to this, or any questions you want to ask him?
Just remember how good you played at the Glass City Open. You played great here, too.
I played good on him. And
what'd you get there, third place at Glass City?
I come third there, and then I went down to Connecticut and ended up winning that little tournament. Josh Tour beat that Ronnie Alcano 9-0 in the finals.
Whoa, 9-0.
In the finals.
He's a good player,
finals.
too.
And he plays good.
Yeah.
He plays a little better than the guy I just played.
He's a new up-and-coming Filipino star.
Oh, he's not. He's already there. To be honest, I mean, all them Filipinos are all real hard.
They certainly are. But if they run into a McCready who plays as well as he did out here this early afternoon.
Yeah, I might have a flashback.
Excuse me. Any questions? All right.
I appreciate you guys' hospitality and. Hopefully I can come back and play as good as I did that match.
Well, if you continue to play this caliber and speed of 9-ball, you certainly will be back here on the feature table. No question about that.
I can win because the rack, and you can make a ball on the break. Usually, I'm not used to making balls on the break.
What's been stopping you in the past is your inability to pocket balls on the break.
Right. Very well stated.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
But it takes, observers, over them years to realize, here, I've played so many matches, went 0 for 10 on the break and get beat 11-10. I make one ball on the break, I get beat 11-9.
Well, the Sardo rack has really negated the strength of the big breakers and has neutralized, leveled the playing field, if you will, giving players like yourself who don't have that powerhouse break a chance to win.
Yes.
Yes. And I know you like that.
Yeah, that's what I was telling my girlfriend. I said, there was one thing good about this tournament here. As far as whoever is the best player, they don't have to win with this.
No.
The way this rack is.
Right.
Plus a short race.
And you can hit the balls 3 miles an hour.
Yeah. So therefore, when you have the luxury and opportunity to break the balls, you better make sure you make the best of it, and you have to control the cue ball off the break.
You must control the cue ball, and it looked like I was doing a pretty good job of that too.
You can almost play shape on the one ball.
I know, and you're a big breaker.
Yeah, it penalizes me.
It hurts you, and it picks my game up.
It only took me like 7 years to get my break, and now it's gone.
And another thing, like playing here in the lights, and then you got these other tables over here where the lighting's a little bit, different. It's hot down there playing, but the lighting here is better. But if you take a good look at the tables down there, see the lighting here and see the lighting there, it makes a little difference. And especially if you get up there and make a mistake, it might work.
Next time I play here, I'm bringing suntan lotion.
Well, next time, I just want to play all my matches on this spot.
If you keep playing the way you're playing, you're going to play a lot of them here.
Okay, well, I appreciate you guys rooting me on and everything.
Once again, I was just informed that we have to cut it off. Once again, congratulations in this match against Jimmy Wetch, and good luck for the remainder of the tournament.
I appreciate it.
And if you continue to play the way you're playing, we look forward. It's a pleasure to have you on the feature table.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
So on behalf of Shawn Putnam, Mrs. Bill Incardona, saying thanks a lot for supporting ACCUSTATS. Give Pat a call. If you're by a phone, call him now. 1-800-828-0397.
How would you feel here playing all night?